Visionary Woman, Visionary Woman Rebirth program. I'm super excited to have you today. Come on in, share the link, share the link, share the link to all the leaders in our platform. Share the link, share the link, share the link. Hello, hello, hello. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I'm super excited. Super excited to have you today, everybody. Come on, join in from all over the world. Join in. Let me hear from the comment section. I'm glad to be here. Let me hear from the comment section. I'm glad to be a part of the program. Can you comment below? I'm glad to be a part of the program. That's it. That's it. So go ahead, share the link to the community, share the link to somebody, share the links, to all the leaders. I mean, every woman need to be here today because the session we're going to be having together will blow your mind. All right. Okay, you're welcome. Today we are going to be looking at you know, the four systems of rebirth, four systems, the systems that will help you, transform from, ordinary to extraordinary. A system that will help you navigate your way through life. A system that will help you become a better version of yourself. That is the system that we are going to be looking at today. And one of the systems is the system of purpose discovery. We are going to be looking at that. Then the system of vision development. We are going to be looking at that. Then we're going to be looking at the system of mind transformation. And we are going to be looking at the system of personal leadership and influence. Those are the four systems that we are going to be looking at today. So basically, this particular program is is designed to help you understand who you are, why you are here on earth, and of course why you are existing in the first place. In the first place, all right. And that's what this program is designed for, to help you maximize your impact, help you become a better version of yourself. That's what this program is all about. And we are going to be meeting once every week. We are going to be meeting every Friday. We are going to be meeting every Friday. And then at the end of this month, this March, we will have rounded off with the program. All right, so if you're joining me for the first time, my name is Coach Jane Austen. I am an executive leadership coach, business strategist, relationship expert, and of course, women empowerment specialist. My passion is to help leaders break free from stagnation, limitation, and unlock their full potential. So like I said, today we are going to be looking at four framework to birth or to become a better version of yourself. The framework that will help you become a better version of yourself. All right, for those of you just joining, you are welcome. All right, so number one thing is we look at the principle of purpose. All right, now Dr. Miles Morrow said, if you don't know the purpose of a thing, abyss is inevitable. So the first principle we are going to be looking at today, if you want to rebirth, when we talk about rebirth, it just like rediscover, reawaken the version of you within that has been trapped. There is a version within you that has been trapped. There is a version with you crying out, and this is why most times you feel like, oh, I want to achieve this. There is something yearning for result within. It's a version that is trapped, and that version of you is who you are designed to be. Unfortunately, childhood dysfunction, the environment we brought up, the negative mindset, and lots of things have made us trapped. If you've listened to my story, you hear me several times. I will always say that I wasn't born timid, but I became timid for over 20 years. I wasn't born with low self-esteem, but I now had low self-esteem for over 20 years. All right. I wasn't born with depression, but I experienced depression for 35 years. Now, this is as a result of the childhood dysfunction I had. The environment I grew up from, was imposing or was posting negative things, experiences on me. As a result, I never knew that all the things that I was experiencing as a child, the negative things, were going to have later effect on me as I grew older. Take for instance, at the age of 10, my mom sent me to a distant uncle to get something. All right, my mom was a single mother, and so when I went there, that man tried to force himself on me. And you can imagine that kind of a thing. He undressed and he threw me to the bed, and he wanted to force himself on me. And suddenly somebody started calling his name, like a neighbor that was coming, and he left me. That was how I escaped that particular rape experience. And to be sincere, these experiences haunted me for years. It was haunting my life because I was seeing that scene. Now you look at other scenario where after the death of my mom, I will go to visit one distant uncle or the other, and at night somebody's pressing your breast, somebody's trying to force themselves into your private part. And it's not one, it's not two. And I've experienced all those stuff, as growing up, So those were things that got me trapped. Okay, you can imagine after I lost my parents got divorced when I was 8 years old, and my mother died when I was a teenager. I became a mother to my siblings, so I resolved into hustling. I was spending most of my times in the bush, and several times I encountered snakes. And I wasn't the only one with my childhood baby. When we go out for periwinkles, most times you want to pack periwinkle, and what you lift is actually snake, and you wouldn't know that it was hiding there. Now, those experiences haunted me for years. Now, you cannot compare someone who grew up in the city, stay in an environment where parents had to provide and they lack nothing, and they take them out to the fast food and they eat, with somebody who stays in the bush over 70% of her life then. And if there was any kind of interaction, to be with birds, because you hear sounds of birds, and and most times the birds are flying, they perch, they excrete on you, all those kind of stuff. So you cannot compare that kind of mindset. So later in life, when the Lord eventually elevated me and brought me out of that experience, and I got married, and before then, you other experiences like failed relationships, as a single lady. I never knew that those things were piling up to stalk me. I grew up like any other child with so much ambition, but those things didn't work out because the environment I grew up from and the experience I was having affected my mindset. So I was seeing the world on the negative aspect of life. You get into a relationship, and the relationship is so promising, and you never believe that someone will get up one morning, no offense, no quarrel, no fight, and will tell you, I'm no more interested, I've gotten someone else. And the person will tell you, you have the qualities, you are good, actually I have seen nothing bad in you, you have everything it takes, but I can't marry you. And you're like, why? But we've been together for a year, we've been together for 2 years, and so those were experiences I had to experience from one abuse of a guy that had already engaged me. In fact, already engaged me. And after that engagement, we're planning ahead to see my family, get married. And the next thing now, he started abusing me. He would beat me up, use his belt, and my life was threatened. So the relationship didn't work. So all those things, the negative stuff from the childhood to the teen age to my early adulthood, all those things, I never knew I wasn't healed of them until when I eventually got married to my husband. It looked like the whole world was against me because I didn't enjoy the marriage the first 10 years. The first 10 years, I don't know what happened. I wasn't seeing myself as a married woman. I was stopped, broken. You came from a family where you never experienced love for a day. My dad was a polygamous man, and you see him only once. I know why I'm taking you through all this, because I want you to know what actually make you stop. No, you cannot experience a rebirth until you are able to identify the areas that you've been trapped. And that's the challenge that most leaders go through. Most leaders, are doing the icing of the cake. They are doing the reading, but they have not, even they are doing the praying, but they have not taken time to reassess, to check the foundation of their lives. And this is why, even as a leader, you are still stuck. You are inspiring other people, they're happy, but you go home, you are crying because you are broken, and it's a long-term dysfunction. How do you know? Most times you experience what we call mood swing. You are happy this minute, the next minute you're angry with everybody. You can't even tell why you're angry. You are experiencing mood swing. And most times you start up this business, the early time you're happy, the initial time, you are so excited about this business. The next thing, you are discouraged about this business. You lack the courage to move on. And most times you go into a relationship and it's promising, and the next thing you are discouraged. And most time you're like, wow, I'm going to have a nice time with my husband now. Or okay, I want to take my life, my relationship to the next level. And the next thing that happened, after like a day or two, you lose the interest. You're tired. It's because of these same things. Yours may not happen like mine, but it could be a different kind of emotional injury. Now, we understand that those of us that love spirituality, that there are other hereditary and other spiritual imposed limitation. That is not the way we are going, because as a leader, you must understand the three realms that you are operating in, and these three realms are often attacked: the spiritual realm, the physical realm. No matter who the religion that you are from, listening to me, you are a three-parted human being. You are a spirit, you are a spirit, you have a soul, and you dwell in the body. I don't care what kind of religion. And so if you want to break free, if you want to rebirth, if you want to experience a rebirth and march into the global market, you will need to retrace your foundation. You will need to retrace the pain that you've gone through. You will need to retrace the experiences that you've had from childhood. And you need to, rework on these experiences and turn them to your advantage. So back to my story, right? So because of the negative experiences I had in marriage, the first 10 years in my marriage, I didn't know if I was married. I wasn't enjoying the marriage. The man in question was trying in doing his best to provide, but what I needed was a bond I never had with my father. Do you understand that growing up as a girl, every lady desires a father, every male desires a mother? This is why if a man gets married to you and you are not affectionate enough in the position of a mother, he's going to go back closer to his mother than you, because you need to redesign your life with him to you playing the role of a wife. The role of a mother significantly must be the best role you should play to your husband before the role of a wife, because most times the role of a wife is sex. The role of a mother is broad: prayer, encouragement, taking him for who he is, name it. So you need to position yourself to play that role. And likewise, for those of us who are female, we desire the role of a father in our spouse. And so That was what I was expecting. I needed somebody that would be able to spend time with me talking. I never had that experience with my dad. I cannot even remember my dad carrying me on his back. I cannot even remember my dad, carousing with me all over the parlor, all over the place. I couldn't remember all that. So I desired that experience. And so as a result, because I was already traumatized with that knowing, and I had another kind of mindset coming together, that kept my marriage stuck for 10 years. All right. So that's it. Now, how was I able to break free as a woman who was depressed for 35 years, experienced marital winter for 10 years, had my inability to put thought on paper for 12 years, and so many other stuff, right? Low self-esteem, name it. The framework I'm going to be sharing with you today was exactly the framework that I use. And if you're a leader listening to me and you want to become visible in the marketplace globally, you need to do one thing. You need to unstock to restock, unprogram to reprogram, break free to be able to program something, a kind of version that you would imagine. Otherwise, most leaders, when the responsibility of leadership comes in the future, when the Lord expands you and you become wealthy or globally recognized, oftentimes at this stage you become critical because self-awareness is not there. And most leaders commit suicide. This is why you hear most leaders commit suicide, some step down, they say they're no more interested and all that. Because why? Self-awareness is not there. There is no clarity. Another one, there is no healing of the heart. Because you have to come to the place where you heal from past hurts. You unprogram the negative programming that was done on you when you were growing up. Say, for instance, I'm a very practical teacher. All right, so say, for instance, in the community where I came from, we were made to know or to believe that our husbands who need to train us, our husbands who need to be the one to hold our head up. We were not made to believe that we can do these things. Personally, it took me years. I don't know. It took me more than 37 years for me to understand that actually I can do a lot of things without my husband because of a negative programming. In fact, my mom would tell me, don't worry, your husband, when you marry, your husband will send you to school. So I believe that I can train myself. So I was waiting, even as a single lady, that before I get back to school, my husband, I will have to marry. And eventually it happened. It was when I got married, I had to start reschooling, if there's a word like that. I had to now start going for lessons to writing WAEC and all that because I was taught. I was made to believe that. So as a leader, if you want to experience a rebirth, you have to go and find out, what do you believe about yourself? You cannot take nations and take territories if you are still living in your past. I'm sorry, I guess the network, wow, the signal is bad. All right, so the very first thing is for you to identify areas that you are stuck. Identify areas you are limited. Identify areas you are limited. After that, the next thing you are going to be doing is, after identifying the areas you are limited, find out what actually caused that. So, for instance, one may say, I'm easily depressed. That's limitation. So what is causing that? You need to find out. You need to sit down and re-ask yourself, who am I? What am I currently challenged? Currently taking my joy? What is causing that? Self-awareness. And then you're able to know what is causing the mood swing. And then you find out, is it something I can fix? Or is it something somebody need to fix it? Or is it something I need to connect to the supernatural to get it fixed? Because most leaders ignore what they are supposed to fix and said God is supposed to fix it. And God is not a magician. And what they do, what God is supposed to fix, they force themselves to fix it. And then it doesn't work because they have not been given the power to fix it. It is only God who can fix it. And so you have to come to the point where you differentiate these things. All right, so let's go direct to the framework. All right, now I've given you the preamble of generally what you need to do to find a rebirth, to birth the kind of the version of you that you want to present to the world. I believe that I'm speaking to global leaders. I believe that I'm speaking to women who want to take the world, the market. I believe that I'm speaking to women who want to be captains of industry, who want to be, to build legacies that uplift them. So I believe that. I believe that I'm speaking to visionaries. I believe that I'm speaking to women who don't want to take no for an answer. I believe that I'm speaking to a woman who will say, marriage can't stop me. I believe that I'm speaking to someone here listening to me who is ready to take the bold step to fulfill destiny. I believe I'm speaking to people or women who will tell me that no matter the background that I came from, that should not define me. I'm made for more. I'm made for more. I believe I'm speaking to these calibers of women. Women who want to grow and build their capacity. I remember the first year I took the bold step to start my growth journey. I was never like this. I couldn't even face the camera. My life was a mistake. If I say a mistake, it's one. My life was, I don't know, just call any name you want to call, it's okay. In as much as it was not easy. All right, so let's look at, I want us to look at the framework. How do you begin the journey of rebirth? How can I unlock my full potential? A lot of you, some people chatted me, telling me they don't know their potential. They don't understand their potential. And so that's what this program is addressing. All right. Number one, understand that, I'll give some principles here, all right? Understand that your purpose is the key that can help you unlock any potential. Also understand that your self-identity is a foundation for true potential. Understand that knowing your self-identity is key. Also understand that your vision will give direction. That your vision has the ability to make provision happen. In finding who you are, the very first question you're going to be asking is, who am I? I know most times when I ask people, I'm having a session with leaders, and I will tell them, ask yourself, who are you? They will say, I'm Chinyere. But that's not how to answer that question. We are looking at you answering that question with the eye of the supernatural being in you, because that's your origin. Because if you answer that question, who are you? You say, I'm Amaka. Automatically, once it's time to start describing who you are going to describe yourself as Amaka, the village girl, Amaka, the cancer patient, Amaka, the this. But all these things don't define you. So since we know that your experiences and the events that surround your life don't define you, so automatically that tells you that it is wrong to define yourself by Amaka. You have to define yourself by the positive supernatural, and that is who you are. All right? That is who you are. And then you say that you're a child of God. For those of you who are believers, if you're listening to me, I don't know about Quran and other ones, but if you know you're a believer, to find your identity, I find out that Genesis chapter 1 verse 26 is powerful. And that was the scripture that helped me. Let us make man in our image. And so who am I? And I said, I'm God's image, so I'm God's child. It changed everything. Do you know what when you say you are God's child? It means that he that is born of God overcomes the world system. It's a mindset you need to cultivate. You cannot rebirth or become a woman that will take territories, become a top notch that the whole world will pay attention to, if you do not understand your positive supernatural identity. Because everything the world system offers is the physical things like poverty, sickness, go slow, stagnation, all those ones. If you define yourself by these things, you are going to keep being drowned every day by these things, drowned every day by this stuff. But when you define yourself by the positive supernatural, you know that there is an ability. Ability is already given for you to dominate the experiences that surround you. So number one question, who am I? I answer, I'm the child of God. All right? So the next question, where do I come from? So if I say I'm Amaka Obi, automatically I'm going to say I'm from Baise, or I'm going to say or Imbise or where or Were. But if I say I'm a child of God, and the next question is, where do I come from? Automatically I know that God is not the citizen of the earth. God is in heaven. Even if we know that he dwells in us today, as our body being his temple, that's not what we're discussing. But originally, God is in eternity. And so I will say, I came from heaven. These are powerful questions that will reshape your mindset as a leader who wants to take nations. And that was what helped me to stop seeing myself as a village girl who would spend years and hours in the forest. All right, now the next question is that, why am I here? Why am I here? Now, when you do not know the purpose of a thing, abuse is inevitable. When you don't even know why you are existing, that's the issue. We don't even know why we get married. We are so emotional about everything. We fall in love with a guy, we just get married. We don't even know why we are married him. We don't even know why we are here on earth. We don't even know why we choose the career we are choosing. And so after some time, we feel burnt out and we close the shop. So why am I here on earth? If you are a Christian, let's go back to the scripture. Ephesians chapter 10, 2 verse 10. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10 says, you are created unto good works. So why am I on earth? I am here to do good works. It's a mindset that changed my life. And this is why, even if I want to gossip about somebody, when I remember that that's not the reason I came to do good works. I change, I surrender. Whenever somebody provokes me and I want to physically react or do something funny, I will remember why I'm here. I'm a messenger with a message, and that's who you are, a messenger with a message. You may not be called into the pulpit ministry, but you are here to change things in your mountain of influence. You are not ordinary. You are loaded. And so when you know that you are born unto good works, like one of my women in my community chatted me the other day, and she told me, oh, she has been in our community for the past, whether 4 years or so. She has learned a lot of things, and she has started her outreach. She's a nurse. She's a nurse, a medical person, right? And then she's going to rural area to, help women, deliver women, like a midwife, deliver these women and give them free medication. And she has done that services to so many women. Now, this is a medical person winning in her own mountain of influence. She's not a preacher, but she has the gift of midwifery. She has this gift to help women deliver their babies naturally, and she has never had casualty for a day. And she's dominating in that area. When I had this review, I said, wow, we are doing a lot in our community, but we don't even know how far God is doing, using the little we do to do big stuff. So the idea is that you have to first know why you are here and believe that you are here to do good things according to what we just mentioned. You are created in Christ unto good works. Ephesians 10, 2 verse 10. All right, the next thing you're going to ask yourself under purpose is that, what can I do? What can I do? Now, realizing this particular question, understanding this particular question, you cannot be sacked in your organization. There is no place that they employ you that they're going to sack you, no. Because it's a package, it's a mental thing. You've grasped who you are. You've known your portfolio. You know what you carry. But because a lot of people don't take time to take inventory of themselves, they cannot even have a voice in the room of influence. And so someone can come in any day and challenge you that you are a stupid woman, and you go home and start crying. Someone say you are useless, you go home and start crying. Do you know why you cry? You're believing the lies because you don't know the truth. When you know the truth, I'm telling you because I was a victim. I told you that for 35 years, I lived my life based on what people said about me. And God never inflicted me with that. I inflicted myself because I didn't push for mentorship. I didn't go, we read it, we pick books, we read, we don't even understand we are there. We carry Bible, we want to read, sleep, we come. Sometimes we read 5 chapters, 10 chapters, we don't even understand. We drop the Bible, we are tired. But when you have a mentor, someone that follows you up, that was what helped me. When I first contacted Emily Wale, I told her I was going to sell my wrappers. I want her to mentor me. I needed someone that would be accountable for, somebody that would be able to, not this social media thing that is everybody thing. And in the church, the same time, our pastor is nice, the pastor wife is nice, but they have so many daughters and so many children. Nobody will have that time to give you that 100% attention the way it's supposed to be. So, but when you hire a mentor, that person is accountable. So that was what changed 35 years. Do you know that every morning when I get up, I was laying curses on myself. I was a foolish woman. Foolish. Oh, I was. If you have you gotten frustrated to the point where you have labeled yourself as nothing? Over time, I will tell the Lord. I said, Lord, I know. Yeah. Have you gotten to a place where a point where whenever you eat food, no matter how delicious that food is, it looks like you're eating poison? That was me. I'm the one that cooked the food, fried rice, chicken, everything. But when I want to eat the food, it's as if I was eating poison because I had no need living. There was no need living. Now, this is a woman that is touching, blessing tens of thousands of people on yearly basis. But I wanted to die. The way I was taking pills to sleep. So when you come to realize who you are or what you have, if I ask you now, what can you do? A lot of people will say, well, some people say, I can sew clothes. But that question, as good as it is not complete. Because whatever thing you are giving me as an answer, if the spiritual realm, the mental potential, spiritual potential, then the physical, you are still floating because the world system is not going to celebrate only the skill of sewing. But when the supernatural grace is on that sewing as a gifting, we're not saying about you learning skills alone, but this is a natural gift you're born with. And so you only refine it. That is where the anointing lies. So my question is that what can you do? So you tell yourself, well, I can sing. Now, these are things you do naturally, right? You didn't learn it. Yesterday, last night, I stayed from 5 p.m. I was working, cooking up different types of meal alone. The children were stressed out, and they have gone to sleep. I did the cooking, different types of meal, and I think I rounded up around whether 11:30. From 5 p.m. I've been cooking. I enjoy cooking. That's my gift. Do you know that I can set up a global eatery? It's my gift. Now, I have not gone to catering school before, but when I cook, it's my gift. I also notice that I can dance. You know, the kind of dance I dance, you know, when I dance and you see it, you are inspired. There's an anointing that comes on that dance because it's my gift. I didn't learn it. The anointing rests in gifts. What's your gift? Now, your gift has to capture the 3 realms. You have spiritual gifts. Some of you can see things. When you dream, it happens. Right? Is spiritual gift number 1. The gift of revelation. That is your market. That is your market. That is your influence. That is your dollars. I'm telling you. You don't sell it, but you are supposed to attract honor by it when it is dispatched after you have nurtured it. Some of you, when you counsel people, people are motivated. Like when you counsel people, you counsel couples, they are motivated. You are a counselor. Spiritual gift number 2, counseling. Then you keep checking. There are so many other things you can do. Then you now go to your mental potential. If you're a type of person that can make people laugh, you are so persuasive. You can get people to do what they don't want to do. My little daughter Beulah has that persuasive spirit. Beulah can make you buy her ice cream even with your 5 naira. Mommy, my sweet mommy now. My bestie mommy now. Mommy, ice cream now. Ice cream. Highly persuasive, right? Now, a woman who has a persuasive grace, her husband may be the toughest, but she knows how to maneuver. Now, another person will say, these people are connecting. I wish my marriage is like this. But she has forgotten that there is a gift in this woman that she doesn't have. And this is why she struggles to connect with her husband, because she lacks persuasive gift. So you need to find out your emotional potential. Another thing is that under emotional potential, I think I have this gift, this grace to bounce back. No matter how shocking something is to me. Please, can you give me 1 minute? I need to bring my power bank and bring my cord to charge this phone. Just 1 minute, please. All right, so I'm back. Lock the phone. All right. Sorry for the break in transmission. All right, so we're looking at your emotional potential now. Now you are taking inventory on yourself. We are still on that purpose. You want to take the world by storm. You want to stand out in the market with your loud voice. You want to be strong, unshakable. It's beyond your education. You have to come to know you. There is something that fuels your audacity. That thing is knowledge of you and where the power that backs you up. That is what fuels. That is the fear behind the boldness you see us demonstrate on social media. But we were so timid before. So you need to find out your emotional potential. Like me, I was telling you, I said, I have this grace to bounce back. You know what happened? No matter no matter what, how serious this thing is that has beaten me, I'm going to cry you. Like when I'm done crying, I have a serious shock absorber. Once I'm done crying, I clean my eyes. I clean my eyes, wipe my tears, and re-strategize the way forward. It's a gift I realize I had. I never made use of it all these years until I begin to discover that it's something I can do. I can bounce back fast. Now, because if you know you have this gift, you use it. If you know you don't have it, you can leverage someone that has it to be a friend. Do you know how to choose a friend now? I love to sing, but I cannot sing. And so I'm close to Maria because her singing inspires me. I choose her because of the gift she has, so that it can amplify the kind of person I am. Do you see how to choose friends? You don't choose friends being emotional. You know you have a prophetic grace. And though your friend may not be prophetic, but your friend has the discernment of the spirit. It's a gift too. And then I'm following her because she discerns my environment. Someone like me who is a sanguine. I'm a sanguine, maybe for those of you that will come for my one-on-one training, you need to come to learn your personality. There are lots of things if you want to develop your full leadership capacity. I'm a sanguine personality, so we are always happy. However, I pay less attention on putting eye on the ground most times. Like I pay less attention on details most times because it's not my gift. It's not as though I'm not detailed or I don't pay attention to details, but it is something I have to do with a conscious act, not naturally. Do you understand? I learned it to be detailed, but it's not my gift. But my husband is highly detailed. And so I choose him. So when I'm busy being happy, he's busy putting eyes. And most times he cited things I didn't cite. That is his gift. And so in my community, I do my best to apportion admins according to their level of graces. The one that is very close to me has to be detailed, because I am detailed only when I am conscious to be detailed. But it is not my gift, it's something I cultivate. But these people is their gift, and they're not good in any of my area. And most of them ask me, Coach Jen, how are you managing this crowd? How are you? I said, it's my gift. They don't have it, but they have what I don't have. So you must know your spiritual potential, your physical, your emotional potential. Then we'll now look at the physical potential. Some of you can clap. My physical potential is dancing and cooking. All right, I can cook. I love cooking. All right, even if I'm not a foodie, but I can cook for the whole world to eat. My physical potential, I can dance very well. I sing, but I have the gift, but I've not cultivated it. I know I have the gift. I sing. My physical potential, I can write. I'm a writer. Right? And a communicator, I can speak. So you need to look for your potential. Gather all this potential, then write them down. That is, we are looking at the question, what can I do, or what do I have? What are my tools? What tools do I have at hand? Then assuming you come up with 5 things you've discovered about yourself, or 10 things, all right? Then the next step will be for you to harness these giftings. Which of these gifts do you want to be known for? Even if God himself wants us to harness all the gifts. But there is a one that you will want to be known for. The gift I want to be known for is my communication gift. I speak, I love to talk. And this is why I'm coaching leadership. Once you take me anything out of speaking, it stressed me out. This one, I can stay with you till tomorrow. I'm not going to complain that you're stressing me. I will not come. This is why in my mentorship, I have so much result. People come to my one-on-one mentorship, the first 1 week, they have caught the fire. The fire is there because I communicate value. That is my essence. That's my power. Speaking life. All right, so you need to do that, gather your gifts, and then start cultivating them, start developing them. And this is where one-on-one mentorship comes in, where you have a mentor that will follow you up to develop your gifts. You know, development of gifts, people feel that it's only reading of books. All they want to be reading, which of your gifts have announced it to the global market? When you work with a mentor, the mentor is going to design a program for you, like what I do in my one-on-one mentorship. I design a program based on your needs. So we go back to your history, find out your flaws, find out your pain, you tell me everything. Then I design a framework for you, including how these gifts can be harnessed. And then we start working. Each week we unlock one. You go and practice. Next week we unlock one. It's 3 months program. So before the 3 months, the last month, we now start your personal branding. You can go to the social media, you brand yourself, and then you're already speaking out or doing what projecting your gifts with so much boldness, because your gifts have been, you've worked, you've nurtured these gifts the right way. Not just going to read books. You read books, you don't even know how you can connect the dots. You read books, you don't even know, most times you even know what to do, but there's no accountability, there's no staying power to execute what you know. Oftentimes you start, you get discouraged. Next week it can't work because you don't have a mentor. And most times as you start your journey to leadership, you get stuck, you don't even know who to run to. And most times you meet unprofessional people, they water you out, they don't even know what to say. Someone chatted me up, a lady in my community chatted me up last week. She had issue in her marriage. And so after I had spoken to her, and she's like, wow, so I would have made this mistake. She caught the fire. And I'm assuming she had reported the same thing to another person. The person will tell you, leave that marriage. But here, there are principles that can repair these things, and you'll be shocked. You get these things fixed. I've been there. I've been there. And so, with the experience I had, and all the failures, and all the agony and pain, you can't come around me and make the same mistake. It's not possible. So you must harness your gift. My advice, I mustn't be your mentor. But you must get a visionary mentor who has gone or who is doing what you want to do. So that the person will help you harness this gift. There are so many people that have discovered they can sing. They don't even know how to brand. Because one of the things that we do in our community is holistic leadership. And that's one of the things, that's my USP. And when you come to this mentorship, you're going to discover your leadership style and discover your USP. You should know your authenticity. You should know what makes you stand out in the market more than any other person more than your competitors. One of the things I do as a coach, me, is that I am a holistic doctor. That is to say, under leadership, I'm holistic, 360 degree. Because look at it now, see my area. As a leadership coach, you do not forget I do business strategy. I help you design your business from zero to international market. It's a gift and a skill. A gift and a skill. You cannot come with your business, no matter how dead the business is. I will rework it, rework your mindset, rework your business strategy, and you have a global brand that the whole world will pay attention to. I have the gift. I have the strategy. I'm also a relationship coach. Most leaders, this business has to do with finance, right? Okay. Now, most leaders have challenges with their relationships. When people come into my mentorship, I'm also helping them see how they can build a relationship that will not hinder their dreams. Because a man can get up one morning and say, you're not raising your head. So how do I succeed while maintaining a balanced home? I have the gift. I have the strategy. I'm also a motivator. You cannot hear me and gainsay. You can watch me on YouTube. I have the gift of inspiration. So I bring the gifts, I package all my gifts and bring it to my leadership program. That makes me a holistic leader, a leadership coach. That's why I don't just teach you how you can succeed as a leader. I teach you various ways that you can, have this growth and balance. I think I call it seven success framework. And don't forget, I'm also a nutritionist. I was, because I'm no more pursuing that career, but the gift is that I have done nutrition and beauty and wellness for 6 years. Beauty and wellness 6 years, nutrition for like 3 years. So I have the idea on how I can advise you to look good on your skin, look good and look young. You can see that you can bring to the place of skill and my mental potential, and also my spiritual giftings. So what I do is that now that I'm coming to leadership, I know that a leader will have a relationship issue. I know that a leader will need some advice on how they can look good, because I deal with women, all right? I know that a leader will have emotional issue, because I have battled with depression for 35 years. I can advise you to come out from it, all right? So and that's what I want you to do. I mustn't be your coach. You have to discover all your gifts and gather them the way I gathered mine, and bring them so that you can serve a purpose. But you have to make sure you shoot one of the gifts, then use other gifts to serve that gift. I don't know if you understand. So that's what you are going to do. All right, now we are done with what do you have, and I'm sure you're able to discover your tools, the tools you have, right? So the only thing now you need to do is to start harnessing them, start developing, nurturing them, and then the next one will be how you can project them to the market. And that is what I teach in my one-on-one class for 3 months. When we are done with that, the fire will be too much. One of the ladies, I'm still on her program now, Madam Ethel. If you follow me on my Facebook, I'm going to tag. I told her she should get ready, because I'm seeing what she's doing already. So we're going to tag her on our page so that you see what she's doing. After she had, she said she has, according to her, she's done so many of the trainings, but this purpose aspect is not smashed the way the Lord has revealed to us to smash. Okay, so she had issue in connecting how do I even start? So by the time we were, her class is 3 months, the first 3 weeks of the class, she got a podcast appointment. And so she came to me, we spoke about it. And then, of course, she spoke to the Lord, and the Lord equipped her. And then she spoke to me, we shared one or two things that is in line with her spheres of influence, right? Okay, so a deeper understanding has come. So she went in. After she spoke that day, the people begged her, please, we want to make you a permanent. So when she came in, she said, well, and so the other of my student, Madam Chinyere, I'm sure she should be watching this video, she's telling me invitations here and there. Madam, I forgot. Some of these women, I think they have not run off their classes. Other women, go to my website. You see reviews. It will take you 3 months to finish reading reviews. All right. So, Madam, I forgot would say the day the first day she mount up, people are like, wow. Not because she's more intelligent now, but because she has gotten a clarity. You know that you can be so intelligent, but you lack words to communicate your ideas. You lack the fire to storm your world. So that's one of the challenges most women have. They're intelligent. Some of them have PhD. I've trained people with PhD countless times, and they will tell me, I have PhD, because Jane. But what is happening? The boldness is lacking. I said the boldness is low confidence. It comes as a result of lack of clarity in a particular subject area. And that subject area is actually the area you have passion for, but the fire is not there for execution. As you need to do is run through this program. At the end of the day, you have clarity, you have strategy, and then you can stand your personal brand. And then this time, you are envisioning the global market. Because you need to envision a global market. We don't do small stuff. Not like one lady in my community that told me, Coach Jane, thank you for the motivation. We have started something, but I want to hide. I'm doing it just in my neighborhood. I don't want anyone to know. And I told her, who is the person that sent you? Is it Jesus that sent you, or you send yourself? She said it's Jesus that sent her. It's God that sent her to be doing what she's doing. I said, well, the last time I checked the Bible, sorry, I don't know if there are some people that are Muslim or wherever you are, God is God, right? So I love the word. That's my authenticity. Most people have criticized me. Whenever you're teaching, stop putting the scripture. But this is my authenticity. I can't even do without a word. Forgive me. I told her, I said, the last time I checked the word, is that the Bible says, go ye to the world, the uttermost part of the earth. Jesus is not a local Jesus. He's not a street Jesus. Stop limiting yourself with these gifts you have. She's like, wow. I said, the last time I saw from the word, Jesus is global. And all his giftings, whatever mountain of influence you are, whether you are in the media, you are in the medical sphere, you are in the politician, whatever mountain of influence that you are global. So even if it's groundnut business, the Lord says sell, you should have the global site. But she didn't have it because she's not in my one-on-one mentorship. We have female ministers platform. For those of you that have followed me for some time, we have female ministers platform where about 800 women of God are there. All right. So she's not yet in my one-on-one mentorship where she will catch the fire. I told her, go back home and recheck and rework on your mindset, because the challenge you have right now, the vision is there, but the mindset is still shallow. You need someone that will help you bring it out and tear it out, and so that you can see beyond your small beginning. It's good to start small, but the global mindset should be what you attend to. It should be something that you aim for. It should be something you dream, you eat, you talk about. You understand? Yeah. So that's it. Okay, now we're done with that question. The next one you're going to ask you, who can I serve? Who can I serve? Now, this is where people miss it. And now, in the realm of social media today, I'm sure you've been hearing your target audience. Have you been hearing a word like that? So that word is also a part of your purpose lineage. Because after you know your tools, what you have, the next thing is you need to find out who needs the tool. Now, how do I get to know who needs my services? I know that's what you may be asking. Now, how do I know who needs me? You are not sent for everybody. No. That's the worst kind of mistake you can make as an entrepreneur. Whether, like I told you, I'm speaking to women in various mountains of influence. I don't care to know. You don't need to be on the pulpit to hear me. I'm relevant to the kind of mountain of influence you are. So just pay attention. All right? So you are not sent for everybody. No. You are sent to specific people who have specific problems, and you have become the solution. It's a mindset that you need to cultivate, that you as a person, you are a brand and you are a solution to something or somebody or a people. And so when you know yourself, you know the tools you have, and you know the solution you can prefer, definitely you will know, you will find out who has the problems that my solution can meet their need. The next step is you need to find out who unlocks your compassion, or what unlocks your compassion. How? There are some of you that whenever you see people bullying a house girl, right, a domestic worker, it pains you. You weep. Me, Coach Jane, touch a woman, you've touched me. There is no one that has felt the pain of being a woman like me. Touch a woman, you've touched me. I will pray you down. Do not touch her. She is a warrior. She is a Deborah. Do not mock her. Don't abuse her. Don't disgrace her. Do not define her by her clothes. Do not define her by her dress. She is more than what you think she is. This is me. Women unlock my compassion. Another set of people that unlock my compassion, teen girls. Teenagers that are girls. I have been there. I know the pain teenagers face. I know the mind disconnection they go through, especially for those of them who came from abusive families or lonely families like I went through. Those are set of people that touch my heart. To you, whenever you see someone that is sick, it breaks your heart. You want to be the one to carry them. Those are people you are sent to serve. You see a pregnant woman, you are worried, oh, her delivery, I feel like being there to help her. That's who you are called to serve. The challenge is that After you have discovered the people you have called to serve, you need a mentor to help you, give you the strategy to serving. Because some of you know how the people you are sent to serve, but you don't know the product to create that you sell to them. Somebody chatted me yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? She told me, Coach Jane, I have been in your community for a long time. And I've attended some of your wellness courses, nutrition courses, and skincare courses when I was in skincare. I lost my phone and I'm back. I want you to help me. I have written a book, but nobody's buying. I said, what is a niche? What niche is your book? She sent me the book. Although what she was saying, she said healthcare, she mentioned different types of things that those are the niches. I said, wow, I was wondering to see that kind of book that have 20 niches, only one book. I was waiting, so she later sent me the book. The book talks about relationship. Now, can you see gift? She has skills, but what pushes her to write is relationship. The book is about how to enhance your relationship. But what she told me before she sent the book was that she's doing a skincare, she's doing this and so many skills. I said, the question is that what niche are you focusing in your book? What are the target audience you are addressing? So she showed me the book, and now remember the principle of one. And I'm going to share that with you now. If heaven were to come, let's say, if God were to say the rapture would take place tomorrow, and God said, write a book, just write only one book. You have the chance to write only one book. What book will you write? Whatever book that comes in your mind now is the problem you are called to serve. It's your niche. For me now, I would like to write a book how people can unlock their destiny. That's leadership. So she wrote on relationship, but she was telling me she do makeup, she do hair, she do this one. So relationship is her area of calling. But she just wrote it because passion came, she wrote it down. But she did not look at it as something that God is calling her to do. But she is focusing on selling or doing what. Can you see the difference? Well, I told her, she's not in my one-on-one mentorship, so I gave her simple advice. This book cannot sell because she said she has not sold even one book and she's toiling. I said, the book cannot sell because you don't have a community. Build a community. People don't buy products, they buy brands, they buy individual, they buy leadership. Why should I buy from you? I buy from you because I've been following you and I've watched your content and you've given me value. So it's not your product that moved me, it's not the design of your product that moved me. It is the value you're bringing to the marketplace that pull me towards your vision. And that's why I can buy any other thing you sell apart from the books. So I told her, you don't have a community. And I said, build a community, but you can't build a community without building a personal brand. I've written 13 books. There are times I see someone who just pay me 13,000, 15,000 and buy some books. And that helps me to recharge my phone. Because I have a community of over 15,000 women. I said, build your personal brand and build a community. That stops. If you need further information, come for my grooming, because the challenge is not about just telling people this is the guide. The person implement. Don't you understand that mentorship is not about you just learning the principle? It is the execution. And this is why most people read 100 books a year, but they are poor. No strategy. There is no strength. There is nothing. But they are readers. They can speak, but they cannot perform. So that is what you need to do. Find out who can I serve with my gift. You can't know who you can serve except you know what you have. If you know what you have, you will know who needs it. Then now that you know who needs it, you will need to find out what product can I create out of this. Do you know you have different types of products? We have digital products, we have physical products, we have intellectual products. But you must create a product for people to buy. People will not just buy like that. There is something you bring to the market that people will buy because it's solving their problems. And it comes in different categories. We also have spiritual products. If you are a healing evangelist and you're going to a small group of people to minister to them, or you minister on social media, lots of people get healed. Very few people start consulting you, and you don't sell the gift, so they are going to start sowing into your life. That is spiritual product. We have intellectual products. We have physical products like Maggi salt. We have digital products like ebook courses and all that. But your coach is going to help you create the product. Your coach is going to help you, what's the word? When you harness this gift, there's this boldness. You get clear. The clarity. Because the worst thing that can happen to you in the marketplace is when you have a product that you doubt the product. You are the one that designed the product, but you doubt the product. How do you know you doubt the product? You're not even sure if it will sell. I remember when I used to charge 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 for my coaching. The first time I charged, I made up my mind that my coaching was, that was years ago, that I was going to charge 10,000 for my coaching. I regretted. My mind is telling me, what can you teach for 10,000? You don't want it. And so I have mentors globally. I kept investing in mentorship. And today, my one-on-one coaching isn't like that. Even if we know that what we give is more than what our students pay. But my one-on-one coaching for 3 months isn't like that. I have a friend who is charging about $1,500 for her coaching. I said, wow, how did you do it? She said she had to pay a higher amount to meet a global mentor. So she built herself so strong now that she knows she can deliver. I don't charge up to that because I do a lot with women. But I have gone to the level where I have helped so many women build their personal brand with hand on the chest and said, no, this one now will stand, it can't scatter, because there are strategies and systems. So you must know who you are called to serve. The next one you're going to ask yourself is, I think we have only 2 questions left. After that, we are done. All right. So these other ones are going to continue next week. Because, I told you we have about 4 framework to discuss in this program. Number 1, we talk about the framework of you becoming, a better version of yourself. We talked about the framework of purpose framework. That's the one we are now. We now also talk about what's it? We talked about vision development framework. Now that you know your vision, how do you develop it? Even if we may not go too much so deep because of time, but I do my best to make it as brief, because some of those things are things we discuss in practical in my one-on-one coaching classes. Okay. Then we're also going to look at mind transformation. So mind transformation is another framework we're going to look at. Then the final one, we're going to be looking at personal leadership and influence. All right, we're going to touch each of this framework. I think this particular one is the deeper one, how far we can go. And after this class, this video will be on private. After this session, we're going to sell it. After this program, this particular video. So people that don't like coming up live, they're going to miss it, because this video we're going to put it on private and sell it. The information here is too loaded. All right, so the next thing you are going to ask yourself, now that you know who you want to serve, is what do I want people to remember me for? Who do I want people to remember me for when I die? Now, oftentimes when I tell people this, they say, God forbid, coach, I'm not dying. I will see my 5th generation. I said, that's religion. Nobody saying you cannot be Methuselah. I'm not interested. Even if you are 800 years, 1 million years, or 1,000 years like Methuselah, I don't care. But what I'm asking you is that when you eventually die, what do you want to be remembered for? That is legacy, and that's my mission, my calling, to transform ordinary individuals into leaders and help establish leaders maintain, sustain relevance in the marketplace and build impactful legacy. And that's one of the things we do in my one-on-one coaching. At the end of the day, you're going to be given a framework that will help you build impactful legacy. Yes, because after all said and done, no matter what you learn, which expert you meet, if you don't have sustainability framework, if the business you're building is not generational, you don't have a legacy. If the ministry you're running is not generational, let's say 3 generations after you died, can be able to have access to this dimension, you don't have a legacy. If the only thing you're hustling for is just for you to eat, buy bra, eat, and then you buy bone straight, you are poor. You are poor. After all, what do you define wealth? Wealth is not about the money in your bank. Wealth is the systems you are putting in place to impact lives after you are gone. That's wealth. That's true wealth. That's true riches. Wealth is not the money in your bank, 20 million that can be stolen. No. True wealth is your legacy. That even when you are gone, your name is still bearing fruit in the minds of people, and people are still being blessed based on what you have done on earth. That's legacy. That's wealth. So next time someone tells you you are poor, look at the person and smile, because number one, you have understood your purpose. Number two, you know you're already making impact. So it's not the money in your account that defines you. It's the legacy you are building, so that years to come, people can still cry and say, oh, or rejoice. So we've missed this person. The person has blessed me. That is wealth. Because you know that kind of wealth, it multiplies fast, because that person that you have touched will go touch another, will go touch another, will go touch another, will keep touch another. But the wealth, the money that you have in the bank, after you buy a car, is gone. So true wealth in the kingdom is not about the physical. So stop telling yourself you are poor, because you are judging yourself by your bank account. But that is not who you are. So find out, how do you want to be remembered? Now, there's a man they call Stephen Covey. He said, he gave a secret that if you want to know the kind of legacy you're going to keep on earth when you die, he said, close your eyes. When you close your eyes, imagine your funeral. Imagine your funeral. You're already dead. Maybe you're 800 years old, 900 years old, 150 years old. I don't care. Just do your best to imagine your funeral. That's all. As where you are now, you can do the same thing. Just do your best. Imagine your funeral. There's a casket. Here, the person, like, you call your name, you are there in the casket. Maybe you're already old, all right? You are there. Now, there are so many people in the room, and these people have come to praise you, or they have come to cry. And some of them are saying, she has done this. Or he said, try to imagine what is the specific voice you can hear about somebody that is saying something about that corpse that is there. So whatever that person says that you can hear in the ears of your mind, he said, that is your legacy. And that's to say, what if you are saying, maybe what you hear that there is your mother-in-law is saying, wicked woman. That is your legacy. It means you have not changed. For you to imagine that kind of a thing, you have not changed. So Stephen Covey made it so practical. So you can actually define or envision and see how your legacy will look like just by closing your eyes and imagine your funeral and trying to see what audience are saying about you, your work, and how you live your life. Whatever thing you can hear in the eyes of your mind or imagine in the ear of your mind is your legacy. Then you have to be very careful. If there is a kind of legacy you want to build, then start to change now before that time comes. So it's very profound, because we are not grooming women who will die small. We are not grooming women that when they die, one small coffin, they pour ogogoro. Do you know ogogoro? They pour one small hot drink and push the person aside. That's not the kind of women generation. That's not Deborah generation. That's grooming a generation of Jael. We are grooming a generation of Deborahs. Women who want to beyond the years they will live. They are going to leave legacy that uplifts them. They're going to build companies that even, years to come, these companies still run. You know how Coca-Cola is how many years? 100 and something years or so. That's legacy. All right? We talk about Catherine Kuhlman. You have heard about the woman. People still talk about her today and they are still blessed, right? You go to YouTube, you watch her video and you are happy, you are blessed, you are shedding tears. Legacy. How about you? My question is that who do you want to be remembered for? It's a question I had to deal with because I had orphan mindset before. I used to think very small. In fact, my mind was worse because, whenever I imagine an amount like 5 million, I will start feeling that I don't deserve it. 5 million is too big. What will I use it for? That I'm not telling you when I was a child. I'm telling you as a grown-up married woman. Because what was following me was negative programming from childhood that I didn't know that mentorship can help me pull it out and help me align to the kind of woman that the world will celebrate today. So the last question you're going to ask yourself, we've treated about 7 questions of purpose, I'll be 6 questions of purpose. Number 1, who am I? Number 2, where do I come from? Number 3, what can I do? Okay, why am I here? Who am I? Where do I come from? Who am I? Where do I come from? Why am I here? What can I do? Okay, who can I serve? What do I want to be remembered for? The last one, where will I return to? Now, listen, as simple as these questions are, if you don't fill up your mental bank with the answers, you can't fulfill leadership. Because life will push you, life will stress you. And when life stresses you, if you lack self-identity, you give up and want to take poison. This is why a lot of people commit suicide, not because they don't have money in the bank account, but because they are tired of themselves and they're tired of life because they do not even know anything about themselves, and so they don't know their worth. They are carried away by fame. They pursue fame. Meanwhile, success is not to be pursued, it's attract. You should attract success based on the person you have to become. But the person you have to become should be someone that is master personal leadership. You know yourself. You know what you carry. You know that if A doesn't work, I have another gift I can refine. If this one doesn't work, I have another gift. I've been equipped with so many gifts and I've harnessed them. So you find out, where do I go to? Where do I return to? Well, for me, how I answered that one, I said, well, since I came from heaven, I don't want to return to hell. That means if I go to hell, it means I'm going to another destination that I was not born. I didn't come from, that I will become a stranger there. And I don't want to. So I said I would like to return to the place I came from when I'm done here on earth, because from the scriptures I've mentioned to you, you are a messenger with a message. And your message can evolve in any mountain of influence. You must not be a preacher. You are actually here to bring a message. And how? What do I mean by message? You are here to prophet a solution. You are the solution. I'm not saying you have the solution. I say you are the solution. Do you understand me? I say you are the solution. How do you know you are the solution? In the room where a lot of things are happening, and then people are crying, they say, oh, that what we need is Tina, that is with Tina. But until the presence of Tina shows, nothing happens. So you are the solution, not even the product you carry in your hand. You are first the solution, then you carry the solution. Don't have this mindset that I carry. You don't just carry, you are the light, you are the peace, you are the idea the world needs, you are the value, you are the salt. Not I have salt. No, you are. I am that brand, I am that light, I am that voice, I am that value. That is a mindset you should cultivate. Where do I return to? I'm returning back to where I came from. I'm done with my work on earth. I'm returning back to heaven. So now, when you have these tools with you, that's what they call clarity. All right, self-awareness. That's the word, self-awareness. When you have these things and you understand these things, then one day your husband gets angry, say, "Useless woman." You look at him like this and laugh. Me, useless. A solution to the world is useless. How can the solution be useless? You know how many generations are trying to have me speak in their this thing. Oh my God. You see yourself, in your mind, you're already in the boardroom of influence. In your mind, you're already standing before kings or not before me, man. And someone is saying I'm useless. The only challenge is that the person who says you're useless is spiritually and mentally blind to see that he has value and gold and treasure that is far more than rubies in with them. And they cannot even know that they are living with wealth. They are living with gold. They are blind. They know not, neither will they understand. So that's it. That's it for today. I'm so excited to speak to you today. I'm going to, we're going to be holding my one-on-one coaching session. If you want to make inquiry about it, you can send me a DM on WhatsApp. And then we are going to start this Rebirth program for, this one is group coaching. Group coaching Rebirth program for, it's going to be 1 month program for Rebirth, where I'm going to be sharing so many tools with you as a group. All right, so there's so many strategies I've learned. I have learned a lot. Okay, but for those of you who want to do one-on-one, you want to refine your life, redefine your life, and you want to tell yourself, no, I have struggled for too long. It's time I sit up and build my personal brand. It's a journey where beyond the self-discovery and the nurturing systems, but we are going to be visiting each of the problems you have. You're going to make a list because it's learner-centered. For the one-on-one, is always learner-centered. That's to say, we have our course outline, over 30 course outline, all right? 30 topics. But we are going to give it to you because the videos, some of the videos are already recorded. But this particular one now, is learner-centered. So you make a list of all the challenges you're going through. And so we go through that list, and then we start by, I think that's one of the things that make me so unique in my coaching, in my own field, because, and that's one of the things I'm going to teach you, how you can draft out your USP, your unique selling point. It's very important, because personally, I have my course outline, but I allowed my learners to generate their course outline based on the problems they are going through. And like the lady, Madam I forgot, her own outline was up to 15 topics. Why Madam Ethel, I think her topics she generated were just about 10. Now we ourselves, as a leadership academy, we have over 30 topics. So I'm adding. And so what that happened is that I told her, since you have these issues now, can we trash your own issues first before you come to our own? She said better, because she really needs the solution. So when we start, they're getting results everywhere, because it's just like someone say, I'm having headache, and I prescribe paracetamol, and instantly you're okay, and then you pick another problem we solve. So that's what this particular program does. At the end of the day, you are going to write your 20 years vision, you're going to write your lifetime vision, and then we are going to be helping you share on how you can map out. You will be able to create your product, digital product, or maybe physical product. We may not train you in the area of generating physical products, assuming you want to, one of the vision you have is to start a fruit juice business. I will not teach you how to produce fruit juice, but we can give you a roadmap on how you can do the training, and then training and come back after we are done with the leadership aspect. You go train for how you can make your physical product, right? And then we now teach you how you can brand it to the global market. So assuming what you want to produce is intellectual product, which has to do with consulting, counseling, all those ones. No, we give you a framework. We give you books that you read, e-copy books you read. We give you a framework on how you can set up, set up your own program and launch your own personal brand. Assuming what you want to do is to create courses and all. Now it's addition. After you have discovered your leadership and you've learned strategies here and there, we can't leave you like that. You need to sell. You need to brand to the point where people get to pay you. And that's where most coaches won't take you to. They won't teach you how you can monetize the gifts that you have, how you can harness and monetize. And this is what we do in our one-on-one coaching class. So if you want to work with me on one-on-one, maybe you need someone to hold you by hand, I'm open and I'm available to help you. And on the other hand, we have I have so many books that I talked a lot on how you can break free. So if you're listening to me and you want to pick my brain, you're like, Coach Jane, I want to just read everything that you've written. All right, you want to read all your books. All right, you can pick the combo and get about 50% discount in the combo. All right, so of all the books, then you go read. And then for some of you who feel like, wow, no, I want to also know if you have other courses you've created already on the subject of leadership. We have a course currently that is it's a course that's supposed to be over $500, which is about 900-something thousand naira. But we are giving that course for only $10. Only $10 for those of you who are in this particular program. But that particular course talks a lot on the ministry, people those who are in ministry. All right, so yeah, you can get that particular course if that's the one you like. All right, but for this particular program, the Visionary Women Rebirth is we're going to do 1 month program, and that is 50,000 naira. 1 month program for those of you, a few of the women who want to join me on this journey, where we are going to be working as a group. So for 1 month to detoxify ourselves, our emotions, and re-strategize, on program. Someone chatted me yesterday, said, how do I on program? After she shared her story, I said, the challenge now is that you have negative programming already. So you have to unprogram. She was asking me how, I don't even know how to unprogram. I said, well, it's not something you do one day, and I can't teach you that for free, because I'm going to be checking on you, following you up, all those stuff, giving you the right materials. So I said, come for this particular free program, then you can pay for any of the packages you want. So if you want to join the group coaching, it's 50,000. Okay, that's 1 month free coaching. But if you want to work with me on one-on-one, like you want to work with me on one-on-one program, you are going to be giving, I'm going to be giving you a discount. For those of you that are in this program, you are going to pay 200,000 naira instead of 300,000. And that is 3 months program. And at the end of 3 months, I believe that number one, you have total clarity. Number two, that every gift that you have discovered, you are going to harness it, nurture it, all right? And the next thing I'm going to promise you is that you are going to create a product that you can sell to monetize, because people are going to get your product, and this product can be intellectual, can be physical. You're going to create a product. The next thing I'm going to teach you is that you are going to learn how you can build your community, how you can build your personal brand. You're going to learn how you can create content how you can position yourself for the global clients. All right. So, and secondly, the mentorship is lifetime. You can always call me when in the future, when you have any other issue that arise and you feel you need someone to speak to. You say, because what we do is beyond. You see, some of my clients will call me even midnight, and I won't pick because I'm sleeping, and they will drop audio calls. Jane, you must talk to me. I'm heartbroken. My husband, but that was not what they enrolled for. But because our platform is holistic, my coaching is holistic, I was happy. I was saying, no. This is how you're going to do it. This is how you're going to do it. And they applied that coach Jane. Oh, thank God. So that's how it goes. So the one-on-one coaching is to position you as an authority. You don't need 2 of that this year. You need 1. When you are done with this one, you execute it. Then next year you can go for another one. It's a program that is money back guarantee. It's something that will change your life. And that's not what we charge, but for if you are in this particular program, if you are, those of you who are paying with dollars, we can take $200 from you originally. Before now, or if you are in Nigeria, we consider you, we collect 300, 350. Actually, what you're going to see on the website is 350. All right. So, but we don't do all that. Right now, if you are paying with dollars, you're going to pay only $200. All right. Spiritually, you're going to lift your head. Like if your spiritual life is down, the one-on-one class is what you need. If you're a type that you cannot read, like reading is a problem because you're too busy, is the one-on-one. I remember years ago when I first paid Emily Wale, her coaching now is about almost 2 million naira, 1 point something million to 2 million. All right. But in those days when I paid her years ago, she was saying 160,000 for 1 month. And then when I explained to her, she gave me discounts of whether 15,000 or 20,000 or so. So I paid. I told her I was going to sell my wrapper, and I paid. I paid that listing. That was years ago. It's changed my life. Just 1 month. It changed my life. Like the fire, the fire was so much on me. And that was a stepping stone for me. That was a breaking point for me. And today, by the grace of God, we have encountered other higher mentors. But beyond that, is that we are getting results. Go to our website. I'm going to share the website in my platform. And the website should be there on the WhatsApp group. All right. You go to our website, check reviews. It's not all the reviews we post. If you want more reviews, I'm going to give you the Google Doc review, Google Doc where we post some of the reviews, because we can't. It's not all we're posting on the website. You read. It will take you a long time to finish reading feedback, and this feedback is not. It's from professionals. Professionals. I'm not telling you the market woman that is yet to visit our platform that we're looking for to come on board. I'm telling you people who are top notch in their industries, but they could endorse us by the grace of God based on what they have seen that God is doing. So if you want to be a part of it for today, think between now till today is this weekend, between now till next week, the price for the one-on-one coaching will shoot back, because even if you go to our website, that's not how much you're going to get. All right, the price for the one-on-one will go up. All right, yeah. So thank you so much for being a part of today's class. Next week Friday, we are going to be meeting, but I can't guarantee live. But maybe I'm going to do a recording version, and it's not going to be elaborate like this. Okay, it's just going to be, teaching you other principles that is after purpose, what next, all right? But the execution is not there, because the execution has to do with you working with me. Every day we plan this, how much, what we're going to achieve this week, so we're going to achieve next week. So that's it until we see that all the list that you brought to us is done with, and then we now take over from our own list. We have so many topics. So explore. So by the time you consume everything, and then at the end of the day, you'll be good. Nothing goes for nothing. If you want to shine your light, you want to say no to backwardness, stagnation, limitation, you need a mentor. I mustn't be the one. It can be anybody who is good, who has your interest at heart, who has the spiritual, the mental, and the physical capacity to push you. Not someone that you need to, like what Madame Ethel said, so that people that she paid for, she now became the one to teach them. I thought that was what happened to me when I was in skincare, doing skincare. I was paying all this top-notch skincare brand, and then when I pay, and then we are in class, most of them I'm the one teaching them. Like what they bring, they're bringing that I'm seeing lapses. And because I love to impact, I will now say, ma'am, this one is like this, ma'am, this one is like this. All right, so so that's it. Thank you so much once again. I love you. Please follow me on social media. Let's connect, please. Coach Jane Austen social media. Check my website so that you can explore lots of things we do. The leadership is not the only thing we do. Leadership, we do outreaches like the Women Alive Network, like the Hope Again outreach. All right, we do different types of outreaches. So you can be a part of what God is doing around, and you can also join my inner circle. You can join my inner circle, yeah. Join my inner circle, yeah. To join my inner circle, you only need to pay the cost that is $10. The cost that is $10. So, but if you are in Nigeria, you can only pay 10K instead of the 15K. So you pay 10K, you have access to the material, and you become a member of my, you join my inner circle. All right, join my inner circle. Joining my inner circle means that there are things there are things that come up in the community that I feel the inner circle members should join. I can just send a message to them that others will not have access. And then secondly, there are some questions you may ask, you may have, that I just, answer it because you're in my inner circle. I may not have that time to explain so much to other people. All right, so thank you once again. Thank you, Benita, for staying, for waiting, and for sharing the links. Thank you so much. Please, you rewatch and replay the video and watch the video later. All right, love you, the whole of my heart. You can drop your question in the comment section, on this particular video. Once we upload it, you can come back and drop your question, or you drop your question. Okay, the group is locked. Okay, the group is locked because of scammers or spammers, right? So you can send me a DM on WhatsApp with your question. I will respond immediately, or you post it on this comment section. All right, love you once again. Bye, 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 bye. Yo, so bye.